Pisces season. We just started Pisces season, so happy Pisces season to you. I'm just so excited for this full moon. This full moon is going to be so gentle and soothing and bring a wave of clarity to us. Again, tuning into that water Pisces energy of just bringing a really soothing energy. So in this video, I'm going to share some tips with you about how to make the most of this Virgo full moon, and also I'm going to share some ascension symptoms at the end because our bodies are still going through this ascension process. So I'll be sharing some tips of how to cope with the different ascension symptoms you might be feeling over these last few weeks and over these next few weeks coming ahead. So I'm so excited for this Virgo full moon. Again, right now we just entered Pisces season. So the Aquarius season was very intense because we had so many different planets in Aquarius. So the energy was super intense and it was a bit overwhelming. Let me know in the chat how you experienced Aquarius season, but it was a bit overwhelming, right? Like there was just so much going on, and it is because there were so many different planets in Aquarius. So with this change from this air sign where the air element is a very fast-paced element. That's why, because we're moving into the age of Aquarius now, you're going to see things in your own life, but also things in the world at large. Things are going to start speeding up much faster. Okay, so it's really important to remain grounded. And so because we're moving from Aquarius season, this air element, we're moving into Pisces season, which is more of a water element, and it's more calm and soothing. You're going to notice that this few weeks ahead, they're going to be more gentle and flowing. And that ties in hand with this full moon that we're about to experience. So the full moon is going to be on February 27th at 12:17 a.m. PST. So look at your local time zone because it's going to be likely on February 26th for most of you guys around the world. So with this full moon energy, this full moon is in Virgo, and Virgo is an earth sign. So when you're working with this full moon, again, this full moon, the main theme of this full moon is clarity. So I'll be sharing some more tips with you about how you can get more clarity and in how you can tune into your higher self, how you can tune into your intuition, and how you can bring more clarity into your life with this full moon. So I'm really excited about this full moon because unlike previous full moons, which are very overwhelming, we get super emotional and it's just very intense energetically as well, this full moon is going to be more gentle. So that's a good sign. So with this Virgo full moon, it is in an earth sign. So the earth sign, it deals with the body, right? This is the part of us that is here on this planet, the physical body. And so it's important for you with this Virgo full moon to tune into your body. Your body is going to be giving you a lot of information during this full moon. Also, we just had the 222 portal, February 22nd portal. We just had that portal yesterday, and this portal, again, it's not closed, and it's actually overlapping with this Virgo full moon. So we have the 222 portal, and then the full moon always creates a small portal. So these two portals are sort of overlapping with each other, and that's why right now it's such a good time for you to get insights through divination. I'm going to share with you some more tips about divination a little bit later. But basically, divination is the art of getting answers from other dimensions. And we all have disability, not just channels and mediums. Everyone is a channel, so everyone has the ability to get information from other dimensions. So we're all channels, okay? So with this full moon, again, it's a soothing energy unlike other full moons. So what you want to do is you want to take some time to just sit with yourself and just be. So I've been connecting with goddess Bridget, which is the Celtic goddess of fire, wisdom, and healing and creativity. So I've been sitting with her, and I've been asking her, what messages does she have for the collective for our most optimal good? And she just kept saying, be and allow. So that I want you to just sit with that. Just be and allow the messages to come to you. Okay, that is the number one theme for this full moon. You're going to get a lot of clarity. Again, it's not because the energy is going to be not chaotic like it is for some full moons, because it is an intense energy. This energy is going to be more smooth and streamlined, which means that you're going to be able to get more information in an easier way. So how can you get this information? Goddess Bridget was saying to just be and to allow yourself to receive this. So think about this. Think about a radio, okay? Think about a radio. When you turn the radio dial and you're moving to 97.1 FM, so as you're going there, the radio is allowing itself to receive that frequency, right? To receive the music coming in through that specific station. So that's exactly what you need to do. You just need to allow yourself to receive the information that's coming in. And there is so much information flowing into our planet right now because we are going through this ascension process. Right now, we're at sort of like this high peak of this ascension process. It's not always going to be it's not always going to be peaks. But right now, at a collective level, we are experiencing an exponential activity and energy flows into our planet. Solar flares are also going to be acting up this week. So you might have not been having good quality sleep. Maybe you've been waking up in the middle of the night, or maybe you've just been having a lot of dreams. And that again, it's all of this energy from the cosmos flowing into our planet right now. So if you're not sleeping well during this week, just know that that's normal. Again, it's this moon energy that sort of creates a thinning in the veil between the different dimensions. So we're able to access other dimensions through our dreams. Now, that's another form of divination. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But one key message that Goddess Bridget wanted to share with us was to get in tune with our bodies. Okay, again, Virgo's an earth energy, very much connected to your body. So how can you connect with your body more? Maybe that means walking, maybe that means exercising, maybe that means doing yoga, maybe that means dancing for you. Or maybe that just means getting a massage, laying down and taking a nap and like getting in tune. Where are the aches and pains in your body? What I would recommend that you do is take some time around the full moon. Again, full moon energies linger 3 days before and 3 days after the full moon. So we're already going to start to feel this energy tomorrow. And so what you want to do is take some time, maybe, and it doesn't have to be like an hour, just take 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes and just sit with your body. Take deep belly breaths and feel any aches and pains in your body. So what I received a beautiful healing from Goddess Bridget, and for me, what I'm going through right now in terms of my body and this ascension process, my my sinuses have just been so wonky. And this has been for the past few months. And one of these things is also because they're releasing weird stuff into the air all over the world, not just in the US, but they're doing some weird stuff with the air. Again, all the fertilizers, everything for the agriculture, but even non-agricultural uses with the air, what they're doing, it's affecting us. So look for some oils that you can work with. Look for some herbs that you can work with. Maybe take a look at your diet and see how your diet is affecting you. When I went to a Chinese medicine traditional doctor, he told me that my sinuses what he recommended for my sinuses is he recommended that I take garlic pills. So maybe that is a good venue for you to bring balance back into your body by looking at your diet and see what things are not resonating with your body anymore. Again, our bodies are changing through this ascension process, so it's important to constantly listen to your body. So again, Goddess Bridget is the goddess of healing, and amongst other things, and she's a Celtic goddess. And she has just such this beautiful energy, and I'm just so excited for you guys to connect with her. We're going to be having a full moon ceremony, and so one of the most interesting things about connecting with Goddess Bridget is that she is so palpable. Like, she is a very tangible goddess, where when we were doing the healing with my sinuses, because my sinuses were actually causing tension in my upper back. And so, because again, the sinuses this is what a traditional Chinese medicine doctor taught me. He said that my sinuses were blocked and all of my mucus was like building up, and it was building up behind my shoulders. So that's why there was tension in my upper back. So, you know, I definitely recommend going to an Ayurvedic or traditional Chinese medicine doctor. They're amazing and really look at your body holistically. But returning back to the healing aspect, when I was doing this healing with her, with my body, it was just so instant that I felt the clearing in my tension in my back. And so definitely if you, and also like Goddess Bridget, she's not very, I guess, very well known in the energetic spiritual community, because, you know, I feel like we're more focused on Egyptian, Hindu deities, etc. But she is super powerful, and now she is like rising back up into our awareness, into our consciousness of the collective. She was always there, but now we are ready to receive her medicine and her healing. And so, I mean, even if you don't know who she is, like, I recommend to look up more information about her. Maybe go look at a picture with her. I go to our Instagram, we just posted a picture of her, and see how she makes you feel. So the reason why I started connecting with her is because Imbolc was on at the start of February, and so Imbolc marks the in-between point between the solstice and the equinox. So that was her celebration. That was sort of like the festival around her. And she's also the goddess of fire. And you guys know me, I'm an alchemist, and I love working and transmuting with fire. So it's just been such a beautiful journey to connect with her. And also, like, I have been tuning into my past lifetimes at being in that area of the world, being into the Celtic culture. And so one of the things that came up for me was I saw my okay, I'm not gonna get into that. I'll talk about that in the ceremony. But basically, one of the key things that Goddess Bridget wants us to know is to start working with mugwort. Mugwort is an herb, so it's amazing for sleep and for dreaming and for getting information in your dreams. If you have trouble remembering your dreams, try drinking mugwort tea before you go to bed, and it'll help you to remember your dreams, and it'll just make working in the dream plane, in the etheric plane, much more clear. I'm trying to find the words. It's just like so surreal. Like, you're just gonna become, it's almost like lucid dreaming. So you can go to your local metaphysical shop, you know, pull out your maps application and type metaphysical shop. And I think even Whole Foods might probably have mugwort, so you can buy mugwort tea or mugwort essential oil. I would prefer that. I prefer working with the teas, but I also got the oil. So if you're going to be joining our full moon ceremony, please go get some. Again, it's not like you have to have it, but Goddess Bridget wants us to work with these. Again, Virgo is an earth energy, so it's time for us to connect with the earth. And so working with these herbs is going to help you a lot to get information from Goddess Bridget, from your spirit guides, from your higher self, etc. So again, like, try to go look at your local metaphysical shop. And I know this might be shocking. You're like, there's no way they have a metaphysical shop in my town, in my city. But just try, just look it up. And again, think about how beautiful it will be by connecting with other like-minded people in person. So, you know, maybe go explore that. But again, I think they sell this in local shops as well. Now, it doesn't have to be a spiritual shop necessarily. They probably sell it at Whole Foods and stuff, and you can find it online. So if you're joining our ceremony, please go grab some if you can. Again, it's not essential, but if you can, please go get some. Okay? So one of the key things that Goddess Bridget was talking about is just allowing yourself to receive information. So a lot of the times, you know, we're always like trying to look for information, but do we really allow information to come through us? So what this means is basically Goddess Bridget just wants you to sit with yourself and just go into it with zero expectations. I mean, I'm not saying you necessarily have to connect with her. You can connect with her if she resonates with you. You can also just connect with your higher self. Your higher self is also a spirit guide, so don't forget that. and just allow the information to flow to you. Okay, that's very important. Okay, so that one of the things that ties with allowing information to come to you, sometimes it's difficult for us as we're, maybe you're starting in your journey and you're not sure how to talk to your spirit guides and angels, you're not sure how to receive information. Maybe something that you can do is you use divination tools. What are divination tools? Divination tools is tarot cards, oracle cards, it's crystals. You can also practice fire gazing. There are a whole range of divination tools. An amazing divination tool that I love is automatic writing. You basically need a book and a pen, and you just allow yourself to channel. I explain the whole process of how to use tarot cards, oracle cards, pendulums, crystals, and how to practice automatic writing in a full moon rituals video, and I'll add it to the end cards of this video so you can learn specifically how to practice that. And the way that I share this information with you, I always create a sacred space around me whenever I'm doing any type of spiritual work, whether I'm healing, whether I'm channeling, whether I'm doing anything. I always create a sacred space. Why? Because you want to make sure that the answers, the information, the messages, the downloads that you are receiving, you want to make sure that that's coming from the highest plane available to you. Because what sometimes people do is like they open themselves up to use their tarot cards, their oracle cards, but they don't create this sacred space. So then sometimes the information is coming from not the best sources, okay? So that's why you always want to create a sacred space. And again, I explain all of that in the video that I'll add at the end cards of this video, okay? So one thing is that I want to make clear is that I was creating a post about divination for the 222 portal. So the 222 portal, yes, it was yesterday, but it doesn't matter because that portal is still open. The 222 portal is basically a numerology code that's activated that thins the veils between the dimensions. And why are numbers so powerful? Because numbers are what make up the universe. Look at your hand, okay? Just take a moment and look at your hand right now. And the ratios, okay, the measurements between your finger and half of your finger, and then your finger, and then your whole hand, including your wrist, that includes the Fibonacci sequence, okay? It includes the golden ratio. So in your own body, when you go out in nature, everything is a mathematical pattern, okay? That's why these numbers are so powerful. And again, it's important to work with this full moon that we have this week for divination purposes, because it's also coinciding with the 222 portal, and it's just a good time for you to get clarity, okay? One awesome thing that we're going to be doing for our full moon ceremony is that we're actually going to be working with Goddess Bridget to burn any unnecessary challenges from our future. We have the ability to change our past, to change our present, and to change our future, okay? One of the things about this, it's hard to comprehend this with a physical, with a mind, okay? With a human mind. It's hard to comprehend this because we're so used to linear time. Okay, it's 12 o'clock, Claudia's gonna go live. Let me go do this. I have to eat lunch at 1:30 p.m. We're so used to our watch. We're so used to linear time. And so what you need to do is you need to work with energy in a space that is not coming from the mind. You need to work from it from a space of your heart and from the seat of your soul, from this space of higher consciousness. Why? Because when you do this, okay, and I'm going to answer your questions in a little bit, okay, but I just want to explain this because it's so important. You need to step away from linear time because you will be able to create your future and you'll be able to change your past. So let's say like something traumatic happened to you in the past, you can recreate and change that memory, and then you will receive that healing now, and the previous, like the let's say the 18-year-old version of you that experienced that trauma will also receive that healing. Okay, so again, don't think about time as linear. And one key thing about this too, when you are receiving messages from your higher self, from your spirit guides, etc., make sure you're not trying to understand it with the mind, because the mind is limited with this human experience. Your mind is super powerful, yes, but it is limited with this human experience. You know what is unlimited in power and unlimited in wisdom? Your heart space. So tune into your heart space, okay? Tune into your heart space with this full moon, and you're going to receive so much clarity, so much alignment. It's just going to flow into your life. And what do you have to do for that? Just allow, like Goddess Bridget said, just allow it to flow to you. And again, I'm going to be talking about how to surrender and how to allow this information to come to you. I'm going to talk about that more in detail in our full moon ceremony that's coming up this week, because it's just too much to talk about it in this one video, okay? And so, so tuning into divination tools like oracle cards, pendulums, crystals, etc. These are just tools. These are tools, external tools. They're outside of us. They're external tools to get the wisdom within. That is something that the guys wanted me to share with you, because as I was creating an Instagram post about the 222 portal and divination practices, my ears started to ring so loud, and I was like, all right, there's a big message coming. Let me hear it. And what they wanted to remind us was that these don't hold the power. These are tools. They're beautiful divine tools that help us to get the wisdom from within. Okay, so these are like the channels. You know how people channel? These are the channels, okay? And again, these are tools. As you go on your spiritual journey, it's like riding a bicycle, right? First you had to ride a bicycle with training wheels, and then eventually you won't need the oracle cards. Eventually you won't need the pendulums. You won't need these tools anymore eventually, okay? But they are great when you're starting off. So let's talk, and I'm gonna pull a card. Actually, I'm gonna pull a card because I was guided to. Because if I'm gonna be sharing information with you guys about divination, it's important to like show you how it works, right? So that's important for me, being practical with this knowledge. Okay, so hey guys, for those of you on Instagram, join us on YouTube. You can click the link in my bio to join us on YouTube, because I'll be answering questions on YouTube. Okay, before I pull a card, I want to share some information about the Ascension symptoms that you might be experiencing. Okay, so let me know in the chat what you're experiencing. I know like our sleeping patterns have been like wonky, and again, that's because the Earth's Schumann resonance, the Earth's heartbeat is fluctuating right now, and so that definitely affects our sleeping patterns. And again, we have the solar flares coming in, but I want to hear from you. Are you experiencing any particular things? Someone just said headache. So the reason why you are experiencing a headache, and for all of us, it may not necessarily manifest as a headache. So sometimes it manifests as a headache when energy is stuck and it's like a block. Okay, for me personally, the reason why we're experiencing that ascension symptom is because we are receiving crown chakra activations right now. The scientists have just discovered that there are crystals inside our pineal gland. So just like you guys see crystals here, right? We see these crystals externally. You know, I'm wearing these crystals externally. These crystals are also inside of our brain. They're in our pineal gland, in our third eye. So what's happening right now is like these crystals are sort of getting activated right now, and our crown chakra is also getting activated, and it's expanding, which means the crown chakra is related to your direct connection to source, God, spirit, creation, the universe, whatever you resonate with. Again, I accept, you know, in this community, we appreciate and accept all names of God or universe or spirit, anything that you believe in, we accept that, okay? And even if you don't believe there's a higher power, you believe in your higher self, right? So we accept all of that. So the crown chakra connects to this direct connection with this higher intelligence, with this higher wisdom. And so right now we're going to be getting a lot of information. And again, when these activations happen, it can be a little bit painful, or not, I don't want to say it can be painful or uncomfortable, okay? Again, it's a choice how you want to experience it. You have the choice to experience it. Can you believe that? You have the choice whether it's a headache or not. And the reason and the way that you can choose how you experience these ascension symptoms is by connecting with your higher self, and just tell your higher self, hey, can you make this activation more enjoyable for me? Can you make this activation more easy for me to integrate? You can ask your spirit guides, ask your higher self. Guys, everything is a choice, okay, soul family? So make sure you are choosing empowerment, make sure you're choosing love, make sure you're choosing truth, and your journey will be so much easier, okay? It's a choice whether you want to go through this journey in a painful, like confusing, challenging way, or if you want to make it smoother. And that is exactly why we're going to be doing a fire alchemy ritual with Goddess Bridget, because she's going to help us with this, to help us burn any unnecessary challenges from our path. Life does not have to be difficult. Yes, we are meant to have challenges. Challenges are there to help us to grow. We need challenges, but also we don't need all types of challenges. We can choose what challenges we choose to experience. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing for our full moon ceremony. And if you want to join that, you can click the description of this video to join our full moon ceremony. Okay, so going back to the ascension symptoms. For the ascension symptom right now, our crown chakra is being activated, so it's like opening up more. And again, remember how I was talking about how time is not linear? Also, your body is also, yes, it's 3D, but it's more than 3D. Your body is multidimensional, which means that your chakras are also multidimensional. So you're not just like this 3D flat figure. No, you're so complex and beautiful and dynamic. And so are your chakras. So it's like another layer of the crown chakra is opening up right now. So that may manifest as a headache. It may manifest as pain or like prickles on your skin. So for some people, it can be a headache. If you're experiencing a headache, you need to drink lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of water. Also, breathe into that area of your head. Breathe in gold liquid light that is harmonizing that. I have other tips for headaches in our Ascension Symptoms video, so I'll put that at the end card as well of this video. But I shared 3 natural tips to release headaches. Okay, so if you're not experiencing a headache, maybe it's an itchiness, okay, and just breathe through that. It's not painful at times. Maybe it's just sometimes uncomfortable or annoying. Or other times what it can feel like is like soreness. It's like you hit your head on a wall or something, and it feels a little bit sore. So that's what I experienced yesterday. Okay, before I experienced that though, last week and 2 weeks prior to that, it was sort of like, it was like a pain inside. Like I don't even know how to begin to describe it. I'm sure someone here in the chat will describe it in a better way than I can. But basically, it just, I don't know, it just felt like something was poking me inside, and it was painful. Not super painful, but it was painful and uncomfortable. And then just yesterday, it felt like, it just felt so sore. And after I did the healing with Goddess Bridget, that pain is totally gone today. Okay, so that is, again, the crown chakra opening up another layer and just activating to a whole nother level. So congratulations, guys. We've been leveled up. And even if you're not experiencing this, don't worry. Don't be like, oh my gosh, no, I'm stuck in level 3. I haven't upgraded my sim character, because this is like a video game, right? As you go through a video game, like there's like in Mario, right? Like they have to eat stuff, they have to get the coins, and then they grow bigger or they run faster. It's the same thing with Ascension, guys. Like, you know, Elon Musk talks about how the world is a simulation. Yes, I mean, it kind of is a simulation, but more so it's like a movie, okay? And you are co-creating that movie. It's not like that movie has already been written. You are co-writing that movie right now. And again, it's a choice of how you want to experience that. So even if you're not experiencing the headaches, the prickles, the tingles on your head, don't worry. You're probably receiving other types of activations in your body. So again, it's very important to tune into your body and see how it feels. Okay, so that's one of the ascension symptoms. Something else that's happening too is that our solar plexus, again, different parts of our solar plexus are sort of opening up right now, but we're also going through a purge in the solar plexus. So right now there's, this big power grab at the collective level, right? Like it's like everything is being scrambled around, and we're like, imagine it's like a piñata, okay? This is a good example. I love piñatas. I used to love them as a kid. So imagine like it's a piñata right now, and then all the candy's falling, and all the kids, which is basically all the politicians, all the billionaires, all the people in power, also us, the people themselves, are the kids trying to grab the candy. Okay, so right now we're trying to grab as much power as we can, because now power is up in the air, okay, as this transition is happening from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. Okay, so what's happening is that we are being guided to use our personal power more. So that's why the solar plexus is becoming, maybe you're getting stomach aches, maybe your digestive system is changing, maybe your food preferences are changing. I don't know about you guys, but since the last full moon on January 27th, I've been eating so much more than I normally eat. So for me personally, I go through these waves where sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to chew food. I don't even want to look at food. I'm so over it. To right now, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm constantly eating food and I just want to eat. So again, honor your body. It's so important that you listen and honor your body. Okay, there's no right or wrong way. The best diet is an intuitive diet where you listen to your body, to your body's needs. Okay, so as our solar plexus is sort of activating, and your solar plexus is your center of your personal power. So again, during this time, it's being very activated. So you might feel like maybe it feels like, you're twisting a rag, like inside, it's just painful. Or maybe again, you might feel like you're getting stabbed in your solar plexus. And again, these are the changes that we're experiencing. Sometimes, subconsciously, the body is so intelligent that your body has the power to heal itself automatically. You don't even have to tell your body to heal itself. So with these pokes or like with these uncomfortable things, what's happening is that your solar plexus, your stomach, your organs, your intestines, they are purging themselves of your lack of power. They're purging themselves of the victim mentality. They're purging themselves of powerlessness beliefs, because we're holding these beliefs, these emotions in our stomach. Okay, so again, focus on your solar plexus, eat a clean, organic diet. That's so important throughout this ascension process, to eat as clean as possible. Personally, I don't invest in a lot of things, but since I was 17, 18, I've invested in organic food. Even when I was a broke college student, even when I was in debt, I would invest in organic food because I just knew the power of it. And your body will feel it too, because it's going to affect, not only is it going to affect your physical body here, but it's also going to affect your energetic body. Okay, it's going to affect it a lot. So if you eat sugar, for example, if I were to eat a candy right now, my aura would collapse. And if it would not collapse, then there would be cracks in the aura. That's what happens when you drink alcohol. That's what happens when you eat dairy, etc. So again, be mindful of your diet. Again, it's a Virgo full moon, talking about the earth and the body elements. Okay, so that's a key theme. Okay, so those are the main ascension symptoms that we're experiencing right now, the new ones. Okay, the new ones, because we've had a bunch of other ones. And if you want to learn about the other ascension symptoms, I'll put a video at the end of this of this video, I'll put a little card where you can click the Ascension Symptoms video and different ways to address and balance and heal your body so that you're not experiencing uncomfortable ascension symptoms. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and answer your questions, and after I answer your questions, I'm gonna pull a card for the collective about what everyone who is watching this right now, in the past, in the present, and the future, needs to know right now, okay, for our highest good. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some questions. So hey guys, for those of you on Instagram, join us on YouTube if you want to get your questions answered. Okay, let me see. Oh man, is that 1%? Okay. I was thinking to fast with fruit. That is a wonderful idea. I was actually thinking that too. So I'm probably gonna do that next month to prepare my body for the huge portal that's going to be on March 20th with the spring equinox. So that is a great idea, Leah. My head is foggy. If your head is foggy, it's likely that you're experiencing an overwhelming like positive electric charge in your body. So your phone, your laptop, your TV, your Wi-Fi router, they're emitting positive ions, which are not actually positive. They're not actually positive, but they're actually not good for the body. So what you need to do is you need to get yourself some black tourmaline, get yourself orgonite or amazonite. These are crystals that will block the EMF. Also, we're giving away this beautiful black tourmaline pyramid, which helps to transmute negative energy and also transmutes EMF. And so all you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel, comment on one of our videos, and once we reach 7,777 subscribers, we're gonna gift one of these away, okay? So let me see what else you guys are saying. Have we stepped into the golden age yet, or are we still approaching it? So right now, we're in that process of transformation. It's like, right now, we're coming out of the dark ages and we're starting to shine the light. So yes, that shift into the golden age, that shift into the Aquarian age is already happening. The foundations, right? Like when you're gonna see the school system, the political, the economic, the social systems, when they're going to be fifth dimensional structures, that process is going to start around 2024. Okay, so from now until then, it's like we're going through this period of transition and it's crazy. So hang on for the ride and just know that we've been prepared for everything that's coming ahead.